Living the life around the world. It's time for Inner Mouse, your Disney lifestyle destination with Scott, JL, and John.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Inner Mouse. I'm JL from the DisneyDrivenLife.com, and with me here this evening are John, columnist at the Disney Food Blog, Scott from CollectTheMouse.com, and guest hosting with us tonight is Nicole, neurotic Disney individual extraordinaire and local student at UCF. Welcome.
Thanks, JL. It's great to be here.
So, did you guys hear? There was a guest at the parks the other day, and
I get so excited.
Yeah, she well, this isn't good news though. She contracted a case of food poisoning.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and slipped into a coma for a few days.
Is this a joke? Stop.
Poisoning.
No. So, and then they had 7 men lead an investigation, and they traced it back to a bad apple. But she's recovered now. She's okay. In fact, it hasn't even deterred her from coming to the parks. Like, you can see her there regularly, pretty much every day.
Snow White? Oh, boy. Okay. See, now, that's a good rumor. We just started a rumor for people that tuned out.
Yes. So in case you haven't picked up on it yet, today's episode is about secrets and rumors.
Love them.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, we're going to hear a word from our sponsor. Actually, it's Scott, but I always wanted to say that.
Yeah, because I don't have any money, so...
I just had to get it in there, Scott.
Okay. Because today's show is about myths and secrets, we felt it necessary to have a short disclaimer. All the content of this show is solely based on our own research and opinions. We are not guaranteeing that any of the statements made during this show and future shows is fact. Statements made during our shows reflect our personal opinions only and not that of the Disney companies or its affiliates. And no audio animatronics were harmed in the taping of this show. Go for it.
Okay, now this is all official from here on in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Lawyer speak.
Well, I thought before we get into actual secrets and rumors, we should maybe discuss what the difference between them are. What do you guys, how do you differentiate between a secret and a rumor?
I think a secret is a fact that people don't know, that not everyone knows. It's not like a mainstream,
I agree.
secret.
I think JL had to teach me what this was, because to me, secrets and rumors are all the same. Okay, but tell me if I'm right, JL. A secret is when you walk down Main Street and you pass the bakery and you smell the chocolate chip cookies, it is a secret that smell is actually being pumped in from underground to the upstairs. Did you know that?
What?
No.
Okay, really? Come on, Scott, did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, that they tell you that during the tour.
No way.
What?
Okay, Lady Aurora, that is true. Okay, so that's a secret because it is a fact. Okay, right? That's a secret because it is a fact that you didn't know. Okay, so it is a smell of cookies. I don't know if it's artificial or natural, but it is being artificially pumped in to get you into the bakery.
On Main Street.
On Main Street.
I've never
Okay,
smelled
hold the
that.
phone. So when you walk past the ice cream parlor and that awesome smell is wafting in the air, is that fake too?
They don't tell you about that one on the tour, so I can't really say. That could actually be real ice cream.
It's gotta be real. It's those waffle cones.
It could be.
The waffle bowls.
I didn't know that secret, though.
That's okay, good. I'm glad. And
That's
I'm
a
glad
good
I didn't
secret.
mention it to you until we started this, so that's good.
That's a good secret.
That killed a little
And
bit
I'm
of
glad
the
I had
magic
Lady
for me.
Aurora to back me up. See? They pump the cookies, she's saying.
Okay, so yes, that would be a secret. Something that could be validated, but it's not really well known.
Okay, now
So,
a rumor.
A rumor?
Now, this is a rumor, and I don't think it's true, but I have heard on some websites that there is a Beauty and the Beast ride planned for the Beauty and the Beast restaurant in the new Fantasyland expansion.
What kind of a ride?
I don't know. My guess is, if you remember, they talked about going from Beast's living room to the restaurant. I thought of it like a small... Remember, like the Sea Cab took you in Epcot to the Living Seas? I was thinking it was a quick transition-y type ride, but I can't confirm that or deny that. I want to be our guest audio animatronic ride.
Well, that's the restaurant, so I don't think they'll.
Are they going to have audio animatronics in the restaurant?
No, the characters are going to come around. I think it's a character dining experience.
Okay.
But what if they had the Beast's Wild Ride, and it was like a roller coaster?
Awesome.
Okay.
On the phone. Hey, Disney.
So, Scott, do you have anything
Yo.
to add to that, or you think that, that's kind of...
I hadn't heard that. It's kind of blowing me away. I think it'd be cool. But I don't know.
Referring to the difference between secrets and rumors.
Yeah. I agree. Got nothing.
Smile and nod.
Okay, Scott.
Smile and nod.
Smile and nod. It looks good on you.
And I'm out.
No. JL was saying, is that a good definition of secrets and rumors?
Oh, is that what you were... Oh, I get you.
Stay with us.
Yes,
Stay with us, Scott. Stay with us.
Sorry, my dog fell asleep. I was getting all, sleepy over here, so sorry.
Okay, so
Yes,
secrets...
good definition, JL. You rock. You're awesome. If I was there, I'd give you a big hug.
Okay, great. So now, being Disney fans, we really just... you see the way we perk up when we start talking about secrets and rumors. So what is the psychology going on there? Why are we so when it comes to hearing these, Disney little tidbits?
Okay, I have a theory on it. I believe that in our own way, we all believe that the park is ours in some way. That we have this fake ownership of it, right? For real.
Mm-hmm. No,
okay,
really.
are we in agreement with that?
Past, yeah.
So when we hear they're going to change something, they're affecting us. They're personally changing something that we love, and when they're going to add to it, this is something that can possibly be there for us to enjoy forever, and that experience just freaks us. I know when they were building Splash Mountain, I was freaked out that my happy place was going to be there, and that's it. I freak out that there's going to be something new, that I can walk in one day and be just like every other tourist that has never been there for just an hour until I get on that ride.
In a good way or
oh,
a
in a
bad
good
way?
way.
Okay.
In a good way, unless they're removing something classic.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get sad and depressed.
Yeah.
What about you?
What was the question?
Just smile. You and Scott. Why do you perk up and get crazy when something new is coming?
It's because, for me, I don't know, just walking in, I feel like I kind of go on, autopilot, and if I just walk in and I'm going to Space Mountain, I could be talking, doing my phone, I probably wouldn't even have to look up, I could be tweeting the whole entire time and not even look up and just know exactly where to go. So when there is stuff like construction going on, it's whoa,
But imagine the day when you walk in, and there is Beast's Castle in the distance, and there's a Little Mermaid attraction that you haven't been on yet. How is that
oh, yeah.
I have yet to discover what's in that building. That's amazing.
I enjoy it. Something new, it's we, for those of us that get to the parks often, it's there and you know it, but now it's new Disney.
I agree. Hey, Scott, what about you? You have anything to add to that? What do you think is going on there psychologically that makes us all just drool when we... when the topic of, rumors and secrets comes up, concerning Disney?
Well, I think that along with what Nicole and John said, it's also the fact of, for me, getting to know something that maybe other people don't know. Getting a little bit ahead of the game a little bit and knowing something. And then getting excited about it, unless they're taking out a ride. But if it's, when the Fantasyland expansion was coming out, that was huge for me because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there's going to be a whole new area for me to explore and experience. And it's this whole new excitement about getting to go and experience it. So
that is exactly what I was going to say. For me, I think it has to do with that, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a competition thing where I feel I have a bit of a leg up on the, average person, that doesn't know so much about Disney. I know a little bit extra that can give me that little bit of an edge, either when I'm in the parks or even just at home, you still get excited reading about it. And also with primarily the rumors, but even sometimes the secrets, just imagining the possibilities. Because, some of these rumors don't ever happen. We may never see Beastly Kingdom. But it's so much fun to just kind of hang back for a few minutes and go over in your mind, like, what in the world would that be like, and how much fun would that be to be able to experience something like that. So, well, with that, Scott had something that he wanted to share with us.
I hope it's not crabs, Scott. Are you going to share the crabs with us?
I was gonna. You want some?
No, I don't. For those of you
Podcast.
that weren't in the pre-show, he has these edible crabs from Japan, and they just look horrible.
Japan Epcot.
As in World Showcase
As
Japan.
in World Showcase Japan.
And he refuses to eat them for us.
He's going to next show.
Next show, I'll do it. And JL, what are you referring to? And do you want me to go on to my myths and whether it's true or false?
Didn't you have a collectible for us this week?
Do you want me to do that? That'd be great.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Here's
is
what
the
we got.
time. Now is
All right,
the
now's the
time.
Now is
right.
the best time.
Now is the best time.
See,
Nice. I like my
Introduce
intro
that
music.
collectible.
She's young. Nicole is too young to know that song was on Carousel of Progress.
No.
IDK.
Say it is not so.
She is, but that's
not
good.
fair.
That's good that we remember it, and she's too young. That's good.
And back to Scott.
That's
just
really
sad.
strange.
That's just that.
Generation
So
gap.
today's collectible of the week, we were going to do a collectible from my website, sent in by Jillian Davis, who is a great Twitter friend. I'm sure a lot of you know her.
Love it.
But unfortunately, we're not able to get that up tonight, so we'll do that. I'll bring up a different thing of hers next show, hopefully. So what I'm doing this week, I wanted it to be a little bit of a myth or rumor, and I've got a collectible here that I want all of you to tell me, is this an original or is this a reproduction?
It's a
Love
guessing
it.
game.
It's a reproduction. Oh, he didn't show it yet. I'm sorry.
Okay, here it is. It's made of cast iron, and you can see it's Mickey. Whoops, sorry.
Can we confer on it together?
Okay, huddle,
Sure.
huddle,
Huddle,
huddle.
huddle.
I think it is too. I
just
don't
looks-
think that Scott would have anything that
Me
bad.
too. Exactly. That's what it is because it's Scott. Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
the chat room people are responding too first.
Yes, chat room people, let's see. Real, fake, ooh, nice, original, fake, real, fake. Wow, it's all over the place. What do our inner mouse gurus think?
Take it, John.
We believe that it's real for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
That it's an original because of the cast iron looks real, and we believe that you probably wouldn't show a reproduction as the first one. So there's a little psychology going on there. Are we completely wrong?
Well, John, I hate to break it to you, but you are completely wrong. This
Oh, we put our
is a
faith in the wrong
reproduction.
guy.
Okay, it's a reproduction.
Now,
it's a very good
awesome.
reproduction.
Real
It's
to
beautiful,
me.
and it is cast iron, and it's really heavy, and it's wonderful, and I love it. But the good thing is I don't worry about it sitting around if it gets bumped, whatever, because I know it's not an original. I wish it was. So there's our collectible of the week.
Very cool.
cool.
Definitely fools me still as I look at it.
I know, it's awesome. So
It
sometime I'll have to show it to you in person.
Okay, now we know that Scott can cheap out on us, by the way. Just so we know.
Oh, wait till I get to my next segment. It's going to get more ugly.
He's collecting unoriginal mouses.
Well, guys, so have you ever been in a mood where you're just really hungry for a Disney rumor? I mean, sometimes I get that way. Like I'm listening to a Lou Mangello podcast, and I'll try to fast forward to the rumor mill part. Do you ever get that way where you're
Yeah.
just like, I just want to hear
Yep.
something?
That's right. We go to those websites.
So where do we go?
I go to Twitter and my friends. I don't have a whole lot of sites that I go to, but my Disney friends seem to know everything and always fill me in. So,
You go to Twitter to start rumors?
oh no,
To hear them?
to hear them.
To hear them because she knows people that will definitely feed her the rumors on Twitter,
Yes,
huh?
and I go to the audition page quite a bit for like the Disney auditions, which is how I found out some cool stuff coming up. Don't look at my notes. But I find out a lot of cool things that are going to be coming to the parks that way, because I see that they're holding auditions for, whatever it is.
Oh,
So,
she
sneaky
does some little
performer trick.
detective investigator work there. How about you, Big John?
A lot of people are already saying, Inside the Magic, I've never been there for rumors. I love Screamscape.com. Screamscape, you visit, there's either Walt Disney World, there's Magic Kingdom, there's different parks, and they have a big stop sign when something's new as you're scrolling. And it stops you and it tells you what the latest rumor. And I found about 70% of what I've read on there actually does come to fruition and is correct. So I'm believing most of it. Like the whole Fantasyland expansion thing. Did you read a lot on that yet?
I haven't.
Okay, when you're ready, tell me.
And
I've got
it's changing
info.
all the time.
That's what I love. There is, and I guess this is a rumor, that what was announced wasn't really official. That apparently what was announced was somebody that jumped ahead.
Somebody made a boo-boo.
Which you think, how could that happen in the Disney Corporation? How could somebody have held a press event?
I have a rumor to answer that question.
Please, how does somebody hold a press event and it turns out that that's not official?
Okay, I heard that Disney was in a rush to jump and get it out there because of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
I heard that. But still, how could they not... How could it be unofficial? And what you heard what the rumor was, that people complained that there was too much for little girls. Sorry, Shania and Savannah. And that they needed to do more for little boys, and it's being tweaked to get that.
I actually agree with that.
I do. I after I read it, I did.
As a girly girl, I loved the idea of all that stuff, but as a person who wants Disney to be successful, I do think that there needs to be more stuff for boys, so...
Yeah, I'm rooting for the boys because, I mean, I have daughters, but I have a son too, and, you know, I've got pirates and the Jungle Cruise, and he's not that big on Peter Pan because he wears tights. So...
Well, what I did hear was most of it is being preserved. This is a rumor. But I heard that Pixie Hollow now has a ride. I don't know what kind. And that there's something big coming to Frontierland. And that was a trade-off with something that didn't happen in Fantasyland. I don't see room in Frontierland. But people say there's room there for something big.
Maybe they're going to have Frontierland take over some of Fantasyland.
Maybe
Push
they'll go
those
into that
boundaries.
parade area back there in Frontierland.
Maybe there's room somewhere. I don't know.
Behind those trees.
To the left of Space Mountain, there's that little...
Yeah, did you hear that somebody's also mentioning they did change the name of Rapunzel to Tangled, which I don't quite get why this departure from the princesses. I think you still need them, and Rapunzel will probably be a princess, but they're trying to get away from that a little bit.
No, okay, what I heard was the reason that they changed the name from Rapunzel to Tangled was because they still want little boys to go and see this movie, and Rapunzel just, conjures up all these princessy visions, and that they wouldn't be interested. But you call it Tangled, that seems a little bit more rough and tough, and you might pull in some more boys that way.
Well, the prince in the previews, I mean, I think it's not all about her, and she's really she's
violent.
She's very, she doesn't seem to be girly and dainty. It's, there's a lot of action going on in there. While we're speaking of Tangled, I saw on the Disney Audition site that they are looking for Tangled. They're going to cast a Rapunzel, so just saying. I wonder, they're very strict with the height ranges and stuff, so I'm sure they're looking for something very specific, but I wonder what that costume will look like. Because there's going to be one. They're auditioning.
Each princess does have her own color, it seems like. We're kind of running out of colors.
Did she wear blue? I forget what it was in the...
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
trailer.
Blue's kind of Cinderella's color.
It is. She's stepping on Cindy's feet.
Yellow is, Belle. Pink is
Aurora.
Aurora.
Teal is Jasmine.
That
Green
kind
is
of like
Tiana.
seafoam green is
Colors
Tiana.
are taken. Princesses are going to be like, listen, we've got this covered.
Well, have you ever visited StitchKingdom.com?
Haven't.
Screamscape constantly connects to Stitch Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah.
They kind of intertwine
Completely.
and feed each other?
They're friends. They're married.
How exciting for them. Stitch Kingdom is on Twitter as well. And I hear that he has all the latest before it's announced. And somehow, even though he puts them up and they're still rumor status, almost always those things come out accurate.
I agree with that.
How do you do that?
I'm going to go look at it right now.
How is he so connected?
Okay, do you want to know what he probably, if he's not a cast member himself? I've gone up to cast members and gotten information out of them.
Me too. Me and Scott have a fun story.
Tell us.
Tell. Secrets.
Well, Scott, would you like to tell?
Is this when we were coming out of Haunted Mansion?
The Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that's right. I was there with you.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the cast member told us that originally Disney was supposed to get the Harry Potter.
Gasp.
I don't know if I believe
yes.
that, though.
Gasp.
And that was the original thing, and I guess they were outbid by Universal.
Whoa. How did that
Well,
happen?
If J.K. Rowling wanted to go with the most credible, like, up to snuff theme park, I mean, Disney's the best choice. No offense, Universal,
Of
but
course.
so I could see where that might be believable.
How in the world did Universal ever wrestle that out of Disney's hands? I have a hard time.
Well,
believing
Did we
said-
want that in the Magic Kingdom, though? Did we really?
Nicole did.
I wouldn't want...
Well-
when has Disney put something in the Magic Kingdom that wasn't Disney?
What, did we just spend too much money on Spider-Man and all of his comic?
I could see it in Hollywood studios.
Absolutely in
Yeah,
the studios I
sure.
could see it.
Yep.
But Disney owns part of Universal now anyway, so there's a whole lot of...
Tom in the chat room says Disney turned down Potter because the author was impossible to work with. Ooh.
I
Oh.
also heard because of money issues, the cast member told us that they were asking quite a bit for the rights and stuff, and Disney was negotiating a lot, and J.K. Rowling was like, listen, Universal's on the block, it is cheaper.
Well,
Go
J.K.
ahead.
Rowling obviously took a backseat at some point because they didn't even repaint the Dueling Dragons roller coaster. And for all her detail, how you could leave an orange and blue coaster, I think that's what it is. I think it's orange and blue.
Yeah.
At least black in it or something. Harry Potter.
Do something. That disappointed me. But this is a Disney podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know anything about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter because it's in a park that I've never been to. And I probably won't go to.
There is talk, rumor, about the
Rumor.
Great Movie Ride being turned into some major big attraction, sort of like a Spider-Man.
Whoa.
I would be a little disappointed. That's one of my classics.
It needs an update.
It does need
It
an
needs an
update, but I
update.
don't want it to like change into something completely different.
I think it might.
No.
Think about it. The Chinese theater was the focal point, the way the castle and the Epcot ball and the tree.
Yes.
Then they put that hat in front that sells pins.
Don complains about that hat. He wants it gone.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not
WDCC
ever going
Duckman.
to be gone. Did you know that? There's reasons it's there.
Why is it there?
There's some kind of issue legally with a company that bought the original Chinese theater.
Oh.
Lou Mangello, help me out here. And they didn't want Disney to have the Chinese theater in their park anymore, or
Somebody's
something like
saying the
that.
hat can come down in 2011. Do the rights? Oh.
well,
Jillian
so
said
what
it,
they
so it
had
must
to
be
do
true.
was instead they had to agree to build the hat to block the view of the Chinese theater, because if you think about it, you can't back up far enough to get any photos of that full theater anymore,
True.
and that is why it's there. It's not ever
What a-
coming down.
Well, Jillian's saying at
Ridiculous
2011 it can come down, so I wonder why. Do you got any more deets for
Why
us?
would 2011 make a difference?
And that is not the Jillian that works for Disney, by the way. It's not. Just let's get that out there.
Oh, yes.
No, it-
She doesn't.
He's starting another rumor.
Rumors.
While we're in the studios, I heard a rumor that this was the last season of Fantasmic.
Really? No, they built that whole theater? You mean they'll change Fantasmic to another show?
Could it be
That's
World
what
of
I
Color?
heard. It could be World of Color.
Oh, that would be
That's
cool.
what they suspect.
World of Color.
See, I heard the new dragon was coming to us also from the Fantasmic in Disneyland.
They still have Fantasmic there, along with World of Color in Disneyland?
Well, no, what am I talking about? Where's the new dragon?
I don't know what you're talking
Is it
about.
Disneyland Paris? Who knows where the new dragon is? There's a new
Is
dragon.
it California Adventure?
I could show it to you on YouTube. The new dragon looks awesome. Let's find out where it is.
I'm not going to watch YouTube in the middle of a podcast.
DL has the new dragon. Disneyland does have the new dragon. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's very expensive. It looks great. It looks just like it's from the cartoon.
Cool.
It does.
I like
Cool.
that too. Maleficent. Is
But
it?
are you going to be sad if Fantasmic goes?
No.
You know what?
I've only seen it once. It's a little like Showboat to me,
Yes, I agree.
without tambourines.
And what is up with Pocahontas takes over too much of it?
Well, she needs more publicity. She doesn't have a ride or anything.
She's painting with all the colors.
Is
of
she
the
even
wind.
getting a house in the Fantasyland expansion? All of these
No.
other princesses are, getting cottages and chalets and libraries and restaurants, and Pocahontas doesn't even have a tree.
So, did you see
She
Dumbo
could
was
use a
probably
tree.
moved? If you look at Stitch Kingdom, they have the plans that the original, where they were going to put the two dueling Dumbos, has now moved because of the
Really?
new revised
Maybe the
Fantasyland.
Pixie Hollow thing.
Yep.
See, this drives me crazy because I watched that YouTube video of whatever press conference that was, and then they showed the picture,
Yep.
and I like stared at it and studied it. And
I studied
was
that
like,
picture. Yeah.
Yes, and like knew all the details, and was so excited to tell everyone. And now I feel like everything I said.
Not everything. No, there's a
Well,
couple of things.
A lot of it, people are gonna be like, "Well, Nicole said," and I'm gonna be like, "They really said it on the YouTube thing."
Did we all hear about an Epcot country rumor?
I did. I heard.
I didn't.
Well, I heard that Japan was actually going to get something behind it.
There's
like
a lot
it was
of room. There's a lot
originally
of room
supposed to.
behind.
That's what I heard.
Huh.
I would be loving it. Disney, if you're listening, World Showcase does need more rides.
Yes.
We need to lose the 360 Vision movies. Let's find something a little bit more entertaining.
Somebody's
Mexico
saying
and Norway can only provide so much action for us on that side of the park.
I agree.
Agreed.
Yes.
Where would you put it? Where would you put a new ride?
I think Japan is a perfect middle. I think it would gravitate a lot more people over there. Sorry, although the pizza place does that for me, but I would.
Via Napoli.
Via Napoli. Don't do that now. Our tummies will rumble. You'll hear it on the camera.
Quattro formaggio.
Quattro formaggio.
Perfect.
But I think Japan. I remember looking back there and thinking, there's a lot of room back there to do something. I don't think it'll be a Mount Fuji coaster because I think that was what is now Everest. But there could be something big there.
That
Did you
would
hear of
so
a
rock,
Monsters Incorporated roller coaster in the studio?
I heard about
You
that.
did?
I did. They're gonna make a Pixar place like land-ish area. That's what I
Nice.
They
heard.
already have a Pixar.
Well, I mean,
Land-ish,
it's
bigger.
there, but they're gonna embellish, yeah. And I heard they're gonna do a Monsters Inc. roller coaster.
Okay, so when I saw the movie Monsters Inc. and I saw the scene with the doors going
Yep.
and them hanging on that totally occurred to me the first time I saw the movie. I thought that would be an awesome attraction.
I mean, if your kids can hang on long enough, that would be so cool.
doing push-ups.
Doing push-ups, yeah.
And if they're being particularly naughty in the park that day, then you could accidentally kind of
Wrong
shove
door.
them off the door.
You would, Scott, are you there, Scott?
Yes.
You would think that Disney, before they drew the cartoon, right, would think, this may become a ride one day. Instead of making doors, let's do something so that when it does become a ride, people will sit in it and it will look fun. How are they going to get you to ride a door?
I don't
They'll
know.
do
Well,
it.
think
ride
about
in
it.
any
How
park.
are they going to get that many people to ride a hang glider over California?
True
Good
that.
point, Scott.
Nice.
True.
Nice.
I have been served.
There you go. I've been served. Love it.
There's another site that we were recommended. www.magic.com is apparently rich with rumors and a favorite of Stuart, Disney Geek Dad, on Twitter.
Going to check that out.
Yeah, we'll need to.
I have checked out the Inside the Magic. You know Ricky Brigantine.
Mm-hmm.
He does come up with some good YouTube videos I know he's good for. But those are always not rumors because they're already done.
Well, what about secrets? This is where it gets really good because these things can be validated. Where do you guys go to for secrets? Is it pretty much the same sites?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for me. Asking friends usually. I'm a people person, so I like to
Engage.
engage in conversation.
Scott, you have secrets over there? Because I took the tour. Did you?
Which tour?
I think it was called Behind the Scenes, where you did like a walking tour underneath the Magic Kingdom.
No, I didn't do that. I'd love to do that.
It was a little upsetting.
It was?
Because you saw things that, you saw Snow White having a
Magic.
cigarette before she came out to the parade. And that was a little...
You do see the cast members?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I really didn't see that specifically. I'm joking to give you a for instance. But what I loved learning about was they would tell you that even if they were going to vomit or there was a sickness, that costume is not coming off. I mean, you're going to die if you have to in that costume. They really,
Wow.
the show part of it is so respected and so, it's just done with such respect that you can't help but love it. And they actually explained how a child, if you're listening, please don't let your children listen to this,
Earmuffs.
NDK number 49, cover the ears.
Spoiler alert.
that if your child sees Mickey in one area, it is very controlled that they will not be seeing a Mickey by turning around and walking just a little bit, that they're within a certain distance that it,
You can only see that character one at a time
right.
from any point in the park.
And it's just, the actual employees have such respect for the craft that they do that it really amazes me. Put it this way, you could go to Universal and Woody Woodpecker or Popeye could come up to you. And to me, it just means nothing. It's a person in a costume.
Mm-hmm.
But in Disney, when Mickey Mouse or even a bear comes up to me, it's magic. It really is magic, and I feel the difference 100%.
You're so precious sometimes.
I just want to squeeze them.
But it's true. It's so different. It's so like real to me. Scott, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. No, I get you. You get into that whole fantasy set in your head, and you get in that mindset. So yeah, I can see what you're saying. Well, now you're making me not want to take the tour.
Oh.
No, I think you should do it. I think it does heighten your respect, and you understand that there is I'm going to joke around and call it a brainwashing thing called traditions that they have gone through. I would love them to offer that for regular people because it seems to really allow you to see what they've built. And another reason that I think a lot of the employees do respect the process is because everybody else does. The simple fact that if I ruin the show, I'm ruining it for this one and this one and this one, and we've worked so hard to get it to this stature. It's just great.
Nice. Well, you're throwing me full of like mixed emotions here, pal.
You should see.
So,
they show you the garbage thing where that's a secret that it's not. The problem is they don't utilize it that much. I've seen them collect garbage on Main Street. Mm-hmm. They're not technically supposed to. Each garbage, I guess they've needed more of them, was supposed to be sucked down through the floor into.
You're just telling one of the secrets I was going to
Oh,
share.
okay. I'm going to shut up about my secrets now.
That's
You
a
go
cool
yours.
No, go ahead,
secret.
go ahead.
There are tubes in the utilidors, and they actually have you pause there, Scott. They actually pause you to listen, and you hear, and they're like, that's all the cans and dirt going through from the people upstairs. But I have to say this, and Jillian, you probably would know this. They don't utilize it as much as they should because I have seen them collect garbage from the regular receptacles. So I'm assuming that there's just not enough suction down there.
Do you know what I heard?
What
And
did you hear?
I don't know if this is rumor or a secret, but I heard that in Disneyland they have that, and it gets sucked into this incinerator, like you were saying, and they burn all of this, garbage and yuck. But what they do is they save it because that's a lot of burning and smoke and stuff, and then they release it in the evening with the fireworks show. So that the smoke is actually the release of the incinerator because we have the technology now, or it's said on this site anyway, hiddenmickey.org, that
I just read something funny.
that Disney, has been using smokeless fireworks for years. So the smoke is actually incinerated garbage.
That is very interesting, and I mean that is a big secret.
It, but yeah.
I don't know if I like that during the fireworks they're
Not
killing
very
me.
comforting.
Is that at
we got
Disney World as
a
well?
chatter on here that said
I heard
the
that at
incinerator is
Disneyland.
run by Lotso.
That's what I was laughing at.
Yeah,
God.
Who said it? I want to know. Is it NDK?
I think it was Todd.
It's already gone by my screen for me.
Oh, all right. Whoever
It
said
was
that.
Mr. Perlmutter.
All right. I can't be Todd. We have to love Todd. I hear so many good things about him.
Yeah.
It was me,
You have to
says
love
Todd.
But Mouse Planner said about my thing about the garbage that it's collected and then brought to a central facility where it goes underneath. So that explains why I see them collecting garbage.
Nice.
Well, I've also, this is supposedly a secret, that at the Magic Kingdom, if you get one of the first buses to the Magic Kingdom, like one of the very, very, very first buses to go out, that if you watch closely, at certain parts you'll be able to see the tracks on the monorail move. So when they're letting a new monorail on the track.
Oh, I think even at night I've seen that.
You have?
You see when you're at the Transportation and Ticket Center, there is a piece of concrete, and you could see that it can move back and forth, and I think I've seen it move.
I've
cool.
never seen that.
Did you ever see the track move on Everest?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, what part is that?
You have to look back when you go up, and like you're gonna go off the edge, and you get that great view. If you look behind you, you see the track move.
You get out of
in
your
the
seat
dark.
enough to turn around? I'm not that gutsy.
Well, no, you just have to turn your head around. If you're like in the
If you're in the front, you don't have to do anything but look. Okay, when you're on Everest and you go up into the mountain before you see the movie of the Yeti on the wall, if you're in the front, remember you just came back into the mountain. The track in front of you spins and clicks to a different way, so that when you drop, you go out. But the way you watch it move is like, do your thing, because I'm coming.
Do you know what else is a secret? On average, in the Magic Kingdom, 15 children get lost every day, and they have to be reunited with their parents by the CMs. And the longest time. Well, here's another secret: is they won't refer to them as lost children. In the Magic Kingdom, apparently, children are never lost. It's the parents who are lost.
Oh, I love that.
That's adorable.
The reason is because when you find one of these children, often they're very afraid that their parents are going to be furious when they're reunited with them, because probably the parents are scared out of their mind. And so what they do to help ease these children is that they explain, no, you're not the one that got lost. It was your parents, because it blame shifts and it helps the situation.
Aww.
Do you know the longest time that parents were missing?
How long?
7.5 hours.
Oh,
my gosh.
What was this kid?
you know how many attractions they went on without their kid?
I know.
I don't.
We had a fast pass for Space Mountain. We weren't gonna miss that.
I would have had a heart attack by then, but apparently that was the longest time parents were ever missing in the Magic Kingdom.
That's so sad. That poor kid didn't get to go on any rides.
I know.
They're like, oh, there you are.
7.5 hours. I would have charged them for babysitting at that point.
After the fireworks, they're like, well, I guess we better start.
We should go find little Jimmy now.
Find him. Where's the Lost Parents Center?
Oh, that's fabulous.
Do you have any other secrets to share?
See, any other secrets? Hold on. Let me think about this.
I have some good rumors.
Go ahead. Give us.
Well, this Aerosmith ride, I've been hearing that the contract's up, and I've been hearing a few different things. I'm hearing Hannah Montana might move in. I'm hearing the Jonas Brothers might move in. I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. I myself, as a 22-year-old girl, am a Hannah Montana and Jonas Brothers fan. I don't know. They're wholesome and cute. I like them. What can I say? And Hannah Montana has sparkly things. So, it's not... it's not Aerosmith. And somebody was complaining to me the other day, you can't jam out to Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers. And I was like, well, I can. But many people...
I jam
the
out
Aerosmith
to...
ride.
I jam out to Hannah Montana sometimes.
I'm not even going to read...
Blow it up first, please.
People in the chat are saying, probably hating on those Disney...
But I don't want to see Hannah
singers.
Montana or the Jonas Brothers in that ride. Now, I always thought Aerosmith was kind of weird to stick in the middle of a Disney park.
It was random.
It was really random. It does make sense that they would pull in someone under a Disney music label.
Makes a lot of sense to me, too.
And for that matter, then, you know, the biggest stars on their music labels are Jonas Brothers and Miley Cyrus.
Not to, you know, spoil anyone's vision, but I think that Disney likes to save money as well, and they already own that, so...
Yeah, right.
I think it should just be called Amy Winehouse's Road to Rehab. And they just get on the coaster and just freak out.
Are you going to sing back to Black
Scott!
Don't try to make me
Go to rehab, and I say no. Oh, please don't.
Oh, goodness. I got something else good.
Come on.
I want to get this clarified personally. Okay, so I was sitting in the box office yesterday at UCF working, and I said, have you guys heard any rumors? And this girl that actually works at Universal had this. She said that Angelina Jolie was supposed to star in a Maleficent movie. Yeah. A Sleeping Beauty through Maleficent's version, like, you know,
Is
her
that
side
from
of the
the
story.
book that you were talking about on the first episode?
No.
That book that Nessa Aguion gave to me was the Snow White, Wicked Queen,
okay.
fairest of them all. That would be
This
an
is
Angelina
not-
Jolie, even more than Maleficent. Maleficent is kind of...
No,
I
Maleficent
know.
is beautiful.
No.
She's
not
my
like
favorite
not like the
villain.
Wicked Queen in Snow White.
The Wicked Queen in Snow White
It's
turns into a
gorgeous.
hag.
She would be a better Wicked Queen, yeah.
No, if you think of Angelina's facial, Maleficent is more skinny.
Yeah, we need a long
you're
skinny
okay.
face.
I understand what you're saying. I think Snow White and I think old hag that turns around and scares
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Anyway, somebody did mention a rumor about a new Snow White ride. I would love it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, they better keep that Snow White ride.
I'm so conflicted about that. I really am conflicted about that.
I will ride around in
Listen.
that jerky little car all day. That's my...
Any time that
It's
someone's going
classic.
to upgrade cardboard cutouts for audio animatronics, I will be all for it. I will be online for it.
Well, okay, yes. But then are they going to keep the concept of it? Or are they going to smile in the corner knowingly without telling us what's going on?
I know. And I'm a purist sometimes, so it's hard. But if you're going to take a cardboard cutout and give me an audio animatronic that looks real and talks, I'll take it. Oh, Did you hear about the audio animatronic on the new Little Mermaid ride?
No.
Did you, Scott?
No. I haven't heard about this.
They said that not only will it be an very advanced audio animatronic, but that the mouth will also form words.
Okay,
Instead of just...
So this is kind of riding on the technology of the new talking Mickey Mouse and stuff that hasn't quite appeared in the parks.
Well, I don't know, because that's a live interaction. This is something they actually can control and program.
Okay.
So I kind of believe it more, but to see her under the sea, moving better and her mouth actually moving with the words, it's nice to know that they're not skimping out and audio animatronics are coming
All right, but I'm getting a little fearful because every time we get a fancy animatronic, like the Yeti,
Yep.
it doesn't work.
More rumors.
It doesn't work.
Did you hear we're getting a new Yeti, they said?
What?
Somebody said that we're getting a new Yeti. I read this on Screamscape, but he's never going to have the movement that the first one had, which is very disappointing to me.
I never even saw the movement of the first one.
It was great. You had to duck every time.
Yes.
Was it really going to hit you?
I believed it was going to hit me every time.
Yeah.
I had to shut my eyes. I didn't understand how the supposed thing with the Yeti was they had some foreign people that worked on it. And how do you
outsourced it?
Yeah, how do you not? And then nobody else could figure out what they did. Like, how do you not?
I know.
I don't get it.
NDK is saying it is true. NDK, did you hear that the new Yeti is not going to be as good as the first one? I can't imagine they'd make a whole new Yeti.
Well, at this point, it'd just be good to have anything. I mean, you can hardly even see the Yeti in the ride.
I know,
now.
it's like Disco Yeti. They call
I've
it.
heard that.
So they just flash lights on them. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't do that anymore. It's like this red thing, so you can see them a little bit better, but it's still not really.
And by the way, the items that they sell after the ride don't look anything like the Yeti, that white snowman, and he was never even planned to look like that, so I don't understand that tie-in at all.
I don't know, these people. Just silly.
Do we have any rumors about the Imagination Pavilion, anybody? Because I want it to change.
Yes. Please tell us. No, I never found any rumors about that when I was online. I have a secret, though.
Oops, secret.
Give me.
Fill us in.
Jillian may be able to verify this. I found out that the sounds in the ride, like in the streets and, the sounds that they play throughout the attractions stay on constantly because it costs more to shut it down and restart the system daily, so they just leave it on all the time. So I don't know if that's a rumor or a secret, but on this one site it was put out there as a secret.
I can tell you the reason I don't buy it is we walked through the castle one day and I did not hear Cinderella. And we went into the shop and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, she was on break." They pressed a button and there Cinderella was.
Oh.
So if it's on constantly...
It was a rumor.
Well, I don't know. That could be just the castle, but they did tell me she was on break.
Everybody in the chat says it was a rumor.
Should we play this?
That they turn it off.
I heard a rumor.
You got more secrets, rumors?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then we gotta go to Scott because I feel bad. I feel like when Scott's not here that we don't pay as much attention to him.
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard.
Okay, so I heard that for every three trees in the Magic Kingdom, there is one behind the scenes, similar in shape and size, so that if there were ever a storm that would come and rip out some trees, they would already have trees in place to replant it. And
True, you never visited the tree farm?
No,
Where is
well,
it?
how am I supposed to do that?
Years ago, I had some friends that took me behind the Magic Kingdom, and when they went through security, all they said was, "No habla inglés," and they just waved them on. And we went into a back area where there was a tree farm. And at the time, the Contemporary Hotel had those trees that were cut like cups. Scott, you remember them?
No.
They were trees that the hedges were cut like as though you took a paper cup and put it over the tree and took it off. And they had 17 or 18 of these ready so that if there was a storm at the Contemporary, these could just be put in. For every tree at the Polynesian, they had a few.
That is cool.
I don't know if it's one for every 3 because the farm wasn't that big, but there definitely was a protected tree farm.
Well, Jail
Do they still do that today?
I believe that, yep, you take the 429, you pass a tree farm. Yeah, they still do that today.
That's cool.
Shh, don't tell.
Secret. JL and I saw the other day at the Magic Kingdom, they had all the pumpkins up and stuff, and we saw the garden there in the front, around that little hub with the flagpole. They had, like, fresh, new, the landscaping is always, like, perfect, but it looked like fall fall flowers as
They
opposed
were
to what they had.
goldenrods, I believe.
And just, they just take out a whole garden, like a whole bed, and then the next day it's a new one. I wish
there is a building in the back of the Magic Kingdom on that road that's called Holiday Services. And I think that's where they store all the Christmas stuff. I don't know. It doesn't look big enough to me to store everything that I see for Christmas, but apparently it does.
Wow. They have a special on, Travel Channel or one of those things where they talked about the Christmas stuff and they showed the storage thing, which was huge. And they wrap everything like my grandmother, perfectly preserved, and everything has a little shelf for the Christmas storage.
Can you imagine the work? Wow.
They said how long it takes, too. I can't remember. But
I forgot. I do know. It's a lot of people, though.
How about those Osborne lights?
Oh, my
I haven't seen them yet.
We can go this year.
Amazing. You sit there and amazing.
I just stand there and look at the lights like, oh, they're so pretty.
I've seen the Magic Kingdom at Christmas time, but that's the only park that I've seen at Christmas time, so I cannot wait to do the others. Okay, I have another secret.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
Okay, I read online that during one of these, tours or something that you go back and you see things that are no longer in use, somebody saw the giant squid from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and that the pupil of the squid was a very large Mickey head.
Wow.
And that you never noticed it when it was in the ride because it was such a dark part and you wouldn't have been able to tell.
I would love to see that. By the way, nightmares as a kid with that thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go on it because I was petrified that it was going to kill us.
I don't really remember it. I was so little.
Want to know something else I read? I thought this was fascinating. Okay. If you've ever been to a theme park or amusement park other than Disney, they don't keep it as well. I mean, I've been to, except for maybe Busch Gardens, I've been to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and that one's a really beautiful park.
Not this Tampa one to me.
Okay, I haven't been to the Tampa one
I
since
agree.
I was in middle school. But the one in Williamsburg is very well kept. But other than that, you go to these other amusement parks, and they're kind of bleh. I've been to King's Dominion, that's in Virginia. And there's gum stuck everywhere on the rides and stuff, just from years and years of people sticking their gum. Yeah, nasty. And if you think about it, you never see anything like that in Disney. Never, ever.
No.
I can't remember ever seeing anything like that. So, what I read was that every night they hose down the parks in 120-degree water so that it will melt stuff like that, melt the gum.
And you do know there is
everything
no
off.
gum sold in the Magic Kingdom, correct?
I didn't know that, but that makes
There
sense.
is no gum. And it's not mist. Nobody... I asked for it once. They said we don't sell gum. It's just as bad as alcohol because of what you just said.
Everybody's too busy eating goodies to chew gum.
Yep.
Then you have lots
Agreed.
of goodies to substitute. I never noticed it because I never missed it. You're right.
But there are Rice Krispie balls sold there, and I know that for a fact. And that's not a rumor or a secret.
Do you stick your Rice Krispie balls, underneath the tables of the restaurants?
I put them right in here.
They're inhaled immediately.
Actually, no, we didn't. I ate
So
them
we
when
don't
you
need
left.
to hose them down, after the evening is over.
I've got a rumor that's really bothering me that I want to ask.
Go ahead.
There is this debate about, nobody wants to go to Animal Kingdom this summer. I just got my pass. I was all excited. Nobody wants to go because there supposedly are heated rocks in the Animal Kingdom. Now, here's what I have to say. There may be. I've never heard of a heated rock. But if it was going to be...
In the Africa Safari ride only.
Out where the elephants or tigers or whoever needs to be heated, out where they live. It's not going to be right next to you walking, in Asia by the Everest ride, pumping out heat fumes.
I read
People
something like
say
that, too.
that it's always 10 degrees hotter at the Animal Kingdom,
It
and there's
feels
no
like
shade.
it.
I find tons of shade because of the trees.
There's trees everywhere.
Did they? And
But
do
it's
they?
still hot.
But people forget how hot Epcot is at that time too.
I'm not gonna lie. Main
Animal
Street
Kingdom
is
is
hot.
hotter. You just get out of the parking lot at Animal Kingdom, you're like, oh, it definitely feels hotter. I was told that they purposely made it hotter. They did things to make it hotter for the African animals.
But the whole park, even when I'm online for the Bug movie, it's hotter. No.
Yeah, I see. You know what is really
It's
a
hotter.
hot seat?
It's hotter.
Never sit right in front of the castle in the hub. I swear it's the electricity or the lights or something from the utilidors below. Because obviously the ground's going to be hot from the sun all day. But it was 10 o'clock at night this summer and the ground was so hot. I feel like you can just feel what's going on underneath.
I'm sorry, I had to look at the chat room. Scotty listening. Jillian has a very good point. She says the Animal Kingdom is humid because of the plants and animals. That would make sense. That there would be more humidity. And then Kit says jail is easily misled.
true.
But no, I think Jillian is correct. It might seem hotter because of the lushness of the plants and stuff.
It definitely feels hotter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's shaded, so it would be less hot. I don't know. I didn't get to experience it this summer, so I couldn't tell you firsthand.
Our producer also says that it has black pavement. And that does make a big difference because it's going to reflect the heat off back.
That would make sense why it's
That
hotter
would
in
make
the
sense.
parking lot when I get out of the
Oh,
car.
that's true.
And I go, oh!
What about when you get in your
out of
car?
the car?
And you see that like air, like the how you see it's so hot, and you see like the mirage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Everything goes
I mean, I'm coming from Pennsylvania, so when I go into the parks, you'd think I'd really notice it. I don't notice it being any hotter in Animal Kingdom than any of the other parks.
Well, you're from Pennsylvania. That was like 103 degrees this summer. It was cooler here in Florida.
Exactly.
Florida, Pennsylvania is the new
Florida.
tropics.
Nice.
Florida.
Well, that right there is a good segue into my myths and rumors.
Yay.
We got to make a
Okay.
game out of this.
But of course, being me and being the guy that I am, I can't do anything normal. So everybody here, and including our Inner Mouse team, has to decide whether these rumors are true or false.
Or, I mean, should we work together as a team, or do we need to see which one of us gets the highest score?
Ooh.
I think we should work on which one gets the highest score.
Oh.
Okay.
Got it.
Don't know who you
Yeah,
ladies
okay.
are.
All right.
Bring
Hey,
it.
Pete, can we do the split screen so we can see the Inner Mouse team up there and see how they do? See if they're cheating? Beautiful. Thanks, Keith. All right. My first one, and this is a biggie, and I'm actually really excited about it. The Disney company is currently in talks to purchase a large piece of land in New York State. So far, not much information exists, but some sources say that this could be the long-awaited Northeast Disneyland. Plans have surfaced detailing that many of the rides and walkways will be enclosed so that the future park will be open year-round. Is this true or false?
I'm calling bluff on that.
I'm calling false completely.
False.
Falso.
All right, I'm looking at what we got in the chat room here. Some people said they heard about it.
I think they have wild
I got
imaginations.
one or two trues, but mostly false.
Maybe a resort.
Okay,
Not a theme park.
I got to give my props to the Inner Mouse team and the people in the chat room. It is completely fabrication of this brain right here.
By the way, it sounded really good, Scott.
It did.
was a
You
good
had me
thing.
for like a
Yeah, it was
fraction of
written
a
very good.
second.
I just thought of it business-wise. It would be a very bad thing to... You
It's
know.
kind of scary how good I can lie.
You're an actor.
So good that you didn't get us.
Okay, this one will be an easy one, especially for the Inner Mouse team. Jerry Orbach was the actor who is both the voice of Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast and Pierre in the Enchanted Tiki Room. He was also on NBC's Law and Order. Is this true or false?
I believe
True.
that's true.
I want to say true, but I'm uncertain about the tiki room part.
Ah, mon ami.
Okay.
Okay,
true.
what we're getting on the chat room too is, yep, everybody's saying true.
Wee.
So yes, it is true. I didn't make
So
this up.
did
This
they
is fact.
did they have a new voice for the new tiki room bird?
He was still alive when they did that.
Okay.
And the new Tiki Room, those birds really don't have much more to say except the old original spiel.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, well, let's see how good you guys are on this next one. Shortly after the Wilderness Lodge opened, they started to receive complaints from guests with lake view rooms concerning the geyser. The complaint was that the winds were blowing water onto their balconies. To address this, Disney World installed a wind gauge in the hotel's marina. The computer that runs the geyser now senses the wind speed before each eruption and adjusts the height of the water accordingly.
JL's got her hand raised
Okay,
here.
let JL answer
Yes, the
last.
little girl in the middle.
I'm going to say false because I've never heard of that and I've stayed at the hotel. But I'm going to be wrong probably on this one.
I just stayed
Okay.
there like 2 weekends ago. I saw this geyser and I'm trying to picture it. I'm going to say true because it sounds so good. So, true.
And JL, what do you think?
I'm going to say false because there are no lake views at the Wilderness Lodge. It's pool view or tree view.
I agree.
Okay, well, you guys would be wrong.
No!
Well, Nicole has to be right.
This is true.
So the Nicole is correct.
Woo! No
3 for
way!
3, baby. 3 for 3.
Yep. And I got to tell you, I got to give my props to most of the people on the chat room, too. They all said true, 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 true.
Oh,
You guys know your
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
Scott,
if somebody knows something different, but this is the information I got.
Scott, can I add a secret to that?
Sure, go for it.
Do you know that every single balcony at the Animal Kingdom is being watched by a camera?
Yes, I did know that.
Okay.
They have that.
So you don't
They
feed
have
it to...
that wording on the glass. Well, also they have it there so that you don't change with your blinds open because you will be filmed.
Oh my.
Wait, no. They don't have the cameras there so that you don't change with the
No.
blinds open
Well,
because then you're being
yes.
filmed. Because that would really just mean then the camera shouldn't be there.
No, because they don't want you to come out into the open.
No elephant riding.
But the other hotels, they don't care if you do that. At the Polynesian, you could come out naked. They don't have cameras. It's only the Animal Kingdom
I
so that you
think
don't
they
throw
would
something
care,
out
John.
to the...
They don't want
They
the
don't.
audience
I've done it many
Well,
times.
I know that's part of it, but they also don't want to film nudity. They don't have cameras in the other places, so if you come out...
I hate to say let's move on because this is, riveting,
Is it me?
but let's move on. All right, this one's an easy one. You guys will get
I
this
love
one
you.
right away.
I do love you.
This is where the psychologist part comes in.
Honey, the cameras are there for the animals, not so that you won't dance naked. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay, Mama.
Moving on.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys, this is an easy one. You'll all get this one. Back in 1989, the Disney company was feeling pressure from the environmentalists to change how they were powering their park vehicles. Disney put their top engineers to work, and they came up with a revolutionary answer. In 1991, Walt Disney World converted the monorail cars to be powered by used vegetable oil. The vegetable oil is collected from the park restaurants, processed, filtered, and stored for use. Is this true or false?
True.
No, the monorails go on electric.
Man!
Not vegetable oil. But, Scott, there's a little bit of truth to that.
I was hoping they were biodiesel.
In that the buses did have some pressure to change to natural gas.
Yes, well, that's kind of where I got the idea.
Very good. So wait, Jay, I just pictured Joe going, Joel, do you have any more Wesson? Because we want to make sure the monorails don't stop.
Make sure you order the chicken
We gotta
fingers so they
make
have
our
enough oil.
contribution and donate to
Nice.
Disney.
Well, here's the truth to it all.
Hey, I'm
The
kind of an
monorail
environmentalist
monorail
type of
trains,
girl.
here's the fact to it. The monorail trains are driven by 8 113 horsepower motors, which are powered by a 600-volt electrical system running through a bus bar mounted on each side of the concrete beam.
I'm going to go with that, unless
Well,
you're
that story
playing
just isn't
semantics.
as exciting. I'm just saying.
Like with the voltage, like is it 700 volts, 600? But I'm going to say yes to that. True. What do you say? What? All of us? Oh, she's got a bunch right. Now she stops answering so that she can't ruin her streak.
All right, true.
True.
JL?
I'm afraid to answer. All right, for John's sake, I'm going to say true.
JL, you are so right. You are so
Yes!
correct.
It was
Beautiful.
all me. All me.
Beautiful. Okay, I got one more.
Okay. I love this.
All right, let's see how far back your memory goes. Disneyland in California, Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean was originally going to be a walk-through ride.
True.
False.
Absolutely true.
I think that's true.
I'm gonna be a follower and say true because I've never been there and I don't know. So
Okay, well, in the chat room,
originally-
we've got trues. And you guys all rock because that is correct.
We
It was originally
rock!
going to be a walk-through ride.
I think, wasn't Haunted Mansion supposed to be a walkthrough first, too?
I think originally.
Probably.
Where I got this information was from a book called The Disneyland Inside Story by Randy Bright. He says basically Walt originally wanted to make it a walk-through attraction, but everyone advised against it because no one would want to walk through it. So
Hence Halloween Horror Nights.
well, you can sit down and be moved around on a little, ride next door.
I like
nice.
Super Down.
Okay, we got a bunch of people that got all of them right. NDK.
So did
Nice.
I.
Good job.
Congrats, chat people.
You got them all right?
I did, right? I think so, yeah.
We might have to bring her back on. She got them all right.
Oh, God, okay.
Stop
You should.
it.
Sadly, I did not. I even lost track of how many I missed.
All right, so we did cover some Animal Kingdom. We know about the Beastly Kingdom thing, just to get everything out there. Beastly Kingdom was something that was in the works. It wasn't in the works. It was in the works. God knows what it would be now if it does become, but I think it's still on the board for a future expansion. We talked about Epcot, a possible new country. I want to start a rumor because I want it to become true. I would love Horizons to come back. How many people are with me on that?
Can I get a witness?
Yes.
Yeah, wait, one thing, though. Just so you know, we're about at an hour right now. We're close to it for the show. I know we're trying to keep it to about an hour. I believe that there is enough information here that we could continue and do a second show with this information.
Absolutely.
And I can make up some more junk, too.
I love it.
I like the
Love
junk.
Especially with all the rumors that will come out within the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
There's
Big
all
time.
those new ones.
Yeah. Okay, but before we go,
Uh-huh.
I want to close out with one last secret/rumor because I want to know if it's true or if it is just a rumor. And maybe you guys could help me because I don't know. I've never discovered this. I read that there are 3 drinking fountains in Epcot that talk.
Yes.
And one of them, while you're drinking, you'll hear water going down a pipe and a man yelling out and claiming that you're drowning him.
Yep.
That's kind of creepy.
Okay, the only one that I know is when you leave the Imagination Pavilion and you go to the right by that little box bathroom there, that fountain does it. And it's loud.
And one of them says, "Save some for the fish."
They say a bunch of different things randomly, yes.
Okay, so what I found out was, the east side of the very big fountain between Innovations, the right side of the play fountain between Future World and World Showcase, on that, that path, and then left of the restrooms between the Imagination Pavilion and Innovations West.
I should be taking notes. I want to see these.
Yeah, I want to see them too.
It is an attraction just to sit on the bench and watch people go and take a drink, and their shock because it's the water that goes through the drain that lights it off, and the people are like shocked that this is happening.
We're doing this, John. That is totally YouTube
It's fun.
footage.
It's great. I laugh
Let's do it.
all the
YouTube
time.
footage. There we go. Right there.
A million hits.
Well, there we have it. So I guess it's time for our weekly shout-outs. Is everybody ready?
Cool.
I'm ready.
I'm so glad we have you to welcome NDPs this week. The NDPs that we're shouting out to this week are NDA number 7, Debbie G in California.
Hey, Deb.
Hi, Debbie. NDA number 8, Angela Q in Louisiana.
Hi,
Angela. NDD number 7, Mike M in Florida. Hi, Mike. NDD number 8, Tim T in Virginia. Hi, Tim. NDGM number 7, Lois L in New Hampshire. Hi, Lois. NDGM number 8, DH in Kentucky. Hi, D. NDI number 7, Lisa E in New Jersey. Hey, Lisa. NDI number 8, Shelly W in Oklahoma. Hi, Shelly. I love that. Do that again. NDK number 7, Michael P in Missouri. Hi, Michael. NDK number 8, Callie O in Florida. Hey, Callie. NDM number 7, Charlon O in North Carolina. Hi, Charlon. NDM number 8, Jen L in Pennsylvania. Hi, Jen. You gonna participate here, John?
I am. I'm just letting you know.
NDH number 7, Greg S in Tennessee.
Hi,
Hey, Greg. NDH number 8, Corey H in Tennessee.
Hi,
Hey, Corey. NDT number 7, Jordan S in Florida. Hi, Jordan. NDT number 8, Mark S in New York.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark. NDU number 4, Joe K in California. Hi, Joe. NDU number 5, Dennis B in Kansas. Hey, Dennis. NDW number 7, Janet S in New Jersey.
Hey,
Hi,
Janet.
Janet. NDW number 8, Kristen P in Florida. Hey, Kristen. We are so excited that you decided to stand up and be counted. If you would like an official position on the NDP roster as well, we want to hear from you. Write to us at becounted@thedisneydrivenlife.com. We're going to need your first name, your last initial, your home state, and your Twitter handle if you have one. Be sure to tell us whether you want to be a mom, dad, grandmom, granddad, husband, wife, individual, teen, kid,
Or schizophrenic and have 3 or 4 numbers.
Or pet.
or creature.
Or creature. We're gonna do it? We're thinking of pets.
We're still thinking about creatures. Maybe you can write to us and tell us whether you vote for it or not. But until next time, see ya and live
Thank
the
you,
life.
guys.
See you guys.
This is a harmonica that goes like this.
Show is solely based on our own research and opinions. We are not guaranteeing that any of the statements made during the show and future shows is fact. Statements made during our shows reflect our personal opinions only and not that of the Disney companies or its affiliates. And no audio animatronics were harmed in the taping of this show. Go for it.
Okay, now this is all official from here on in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Lawyer speak.
Well, I thought before we get into actual secrets and rumors, we should maybe discuss what the difference between them are. What do you guys, how do you differentiate between a secret and a rumor?
I think a secret is a fact that people don't know, that not everyone knows. It's not like a mainstream,
I agree.
secret.
I think JL had to teach me what this was, because to me, secrets and rumors are all the same. Okay, but tell me if I'm right, JL. A secret is when you walk down Main Street and you pass the bakery and you smell the chocolate chip cookies. It is a secret that that smell is actually being pumped in from underground to the upstairs. Did you know that?
What?
No.
Okay, really? Come on, Scott. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, that they tell you that during the tour.
No way.
What?
Okay, Lady Aurora, that is true. Okay, so that's a secret because it is a fact. Okay, right? That's a secret because
Yeah,
it is a
okay.
fact that you didn't know.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
know.
it is a smell of cookies. I don't know if it's artificial or natural, but it is being artificially pumped in to get you into the bakery
On Main Street.
on Main
Okay.
Street.
I've never
Okay, hold
smelled
the
that.
phone. So when you walk past the ice cream parlor and that awesome smell is wafting in the air, is that fake too?
I can't. They don't tell you about that one on the tour, so I can't really say that could actually be real ice
It's
cream.
gotta be real. It's those waffle cones,
It could be.
the waffle bowls.
I didn't know that secret though.
That's okay. Good. I'm glad, and
That's a
I'm glad
good
I didn't
secret.
mention it to you until we started this. So that's good.
That's a good secret.
That killed a little bit.
And I'm
of
glad
the
I had
magic
Lady
for me.
Aurora to back me up. See, they pump the cookies. She's saying.
Okay, so yes, that would be a secret, something that could be validated, but it's not really well known.
Okay, now
So
a rumor.
then rumor.
Now this is a rumor, and I don't think it's true, but I have heard on some websites that there is a Beauty and the Beast ride planned for the Beauty and the Beast restaurant in the new Fantasyland expansion.
What kind of a ride?
You know, I don't know. My guess is, if you remember, they talked about going from Beast's living room to the restaurant. I thought of it like a small... Remember, like the Sea Cab took you in Epcot to the Living Seas? I was thinking it was a quick transition-y type ride, but I can't
wouldn't
confirm that or deny that. I want to be our guest audio animatronic ride.
Well, that's the restaurant, so I don't think they'll.
Are they
What if
going to
we
have audio
have-
animatronics in the restaurant?
No, the
Oh.
characters are going to come around. I think it's a character dining
Okay.
experience. But what if they had the Beast's Wild Ride and it was like a roller coaster?
Awesome. Awesome.
Like
Okay.
on the phone. Hey Disney.
So, Scott, do you have anything
Yo.
to add to that, or you think that, that's kind
I
of...
hadn't heard that. That it's kind of blowing me away. I think it'd be cool, but
was
I don't know.
referring to
I
the
mean,
difference between secrets and rumors.
yeah, I agree. Got nothing.
Smile and nod.
Okay, Scott.
Smile and nod.
Smile and nod.
Okay.
Looks good on you.
And I'm out.
No. JL was saying, is that a good definition of secrets and rumors?
Oh, is that what you were? Oh, I get you.
Stay with us.
yes,
Stay
I
with
think
us,
so.
Scott. Stay with us.
Sorry, my dog fell asleep. I was getting all like sleepy over here, so sorry.
Okay, so
Yes, good
secrets...
definition, JL. You rock. You're awesome. If I was there, I'd give you a big hug.
Okay, great. So now, being Disney fans, we really just, I mean, you see the way we perk up when we start talking about
Yes.
secrets and rumors. So what is the psychology going on there? Why are we so like, when it comes to hearing these, Disney little tidbits?
Okay, I have a theory on it. I believe that in our own way, we all believe that the park is ours.
And then getting excited about it, unless they're taking out a ride. But if it's, like when the Fantasyland expansion was coming out, that was huge for me because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there's going to be a whole new area for me to explore and experience. And it's like this whole new excitement about getting to go and experience it. So
That is exactly what I was going to say. For me, I think it has to do with that, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a competition thing where I feel like, I have a bit of a leg up on the, average person, that doesn't know so much about Disney. I know a little bit extra that can give me that little bit of an edge, either when I'm in the parks or even just at home, you still get excited reading about it. And also with primarily the rumors, but even sometimes the secrets, like just imagining the possibilities. Because, some of these rumors don't ever happen. We may never see Beastly Kingdom. But it's so much fun to just kind of like hang back for a few minutes and go over in your mind, like, what in the world would that be like? And how much fun would that be to be able to experience something like that? So, well, with that, Scott had something that he wanted to share with us.
I did?
I hope it's not crabs, Scott. Are you going to share the crabs with us?
I was gonna. You want some?
No, I don't. For those of you
Podcast.
that weren't in the pre-show, he has these edible crabs from Japan, and they just look horrible.
Japan Epcot.
As in World Showcase
As in
Japan.
World Showcase Japan.
And he refuses to eat them for us.
He's going to next show.
Next show. I'll do it. And JL, what are you referring to? Do you want me to go on to my myths and whether it's true or false?
Didn't you have a collectible for us this week?
Do you want me to do that? That'd be great.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Here's
is
what
the
we got.
time. Now is
All right,
The
now's
time! Now is
right.
the best time!
Now is the best time.
Nice. I like my
Introduce
intro
that
music.
collectible.
She's young. Nicole is too young to know that song was on Carousel of Progress.
No.
IDK.
Say it is not so.
She is, but that's
That's
good.
not fair.
That's good that we remember it. Living the life around the world. It's time for Inner Mouse, your Disney lifestyle destination with Scott, JL, and John.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Inner Mouse. I'm JL from thedisneydrivenlife.com, and with me here this evening are John, columnist at the Disney Food Blog, Scott from collectthemouse.com, and guest hosting with us tonight is Nicole, neurotic Disney individual extraordinaire and local student at UCF. Welcome.
Thanks, JL. It's great to be here.
So, did you guys hear? There
No.
there was a guest at the parks the other day, and
I get so excited.
yeah, she well, this isn't good news though. She contracted a case of food poisoning.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. And slipped into a coma for a few days.
Is this a joke? Stop.
Poisoning.
No. So, and then they had 7 men lead an investigation, and they traced it back to a bad apple. But she's recovered now. She's okay. In fact, it hasn't even deterred her from coming to the parks. Like, you can see her there regularly, pretty much every day.
Snow White? Oh, boy. Okay.
Ah.
See, now, that's a good rumor. We just started a rumor for people that tuned out.
Yes. So in case you haven't picked up on it yet, today's episode is about secrets and rumors.
Love them.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, we're going to hear a word from our sponsor. Actually, it's Scott, but I always wanted to say that.
Yeah, because I don't have any money, so.
I just had to get it in there, Scott.
Okay. Hey, because today's show is about myths and secrets, we felt it necessary to have a short disclaimer. All the content of this show
in some way, that we have this fake ownership of it, right? For real.
No,
Okay,
really.
are we in agreement with
the
that?
past, yeah.
So when we hear they're going to change something, they're affecting us. They're personally changing something that we love, and when they're going to add to it, this is something that can possibly be there for us to enjoy forever, and that experience just freaks us. I know when they were building Splash Mountain, I was freaked out that my happy place was going to be there, and that's it. I freak out that there's going to be something new, that I can walk in one day and be just like every other tourist that has never been there for just an hour until I get on that ride.
Way or
Oh,
a
in a
bad
good
way?
way.
Okay.
In a good way, unless they're removing something classic.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get sad and depressed.
Yeah.
What about you?
What was the question?
Just smile. You and Scott. Why do you perk up and get crazy when something new is coming?
It's because, for me, I don't know, just walking in, I feel like I kind of go on, like, autopilot, and if I just walk in and I'm going to Space Mountain, like, I could be talking, doing my phone, like, I probably wouldn't even have to look up, I could be tweeting the whole entire time and not even look up and just know exactly where to go. So when there is stuff, like construction going on, it's like, whoa, like, you know?
But imagine the day when you walk in and there is Beast's Castle in the distance and there's a Little Mermaid attraction that you haven't been on yet. How is that like,
Oh, yeah.
I have yet to discover what's in that building. That's amazing.
I enjoy it. Something new, it's like for those of us that get to the parks often, it's there and you know it, but now it's like new Disney.
I agree. Hey, Scott, what about you? You have anything to add to that? What do you think is going on there psychologically that makes us all just drool when when the topic of, rumors and secrets comes up, concerning Disney?
Well, I think that along with what Nicole and John said, it's also the fact of, for me, getting to know something that maybe other people don't know. Getting a little bit ahead of the game a little bit and knowing something.